Holy shit. Mission Impossible
Rogue Nation
is... Did you guys just hear that? Did I just talk like Ethan Hunt? Let me try that one more time. Mission Impossible
Rogue Nation.
Wow, I'm gonna stick with that. This film is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Jeremy Renner, Rebecca Ferguson, Ving, Rhames, and Alec, Baldwin. This is the 5th installment in the Mission Impossible series, and it's been going on for almost 20 years now. It's been 19 years since the very first Mission Impossible came out. I was born 2 years later. Wow. There's some group called the Syndicate, or as Benji refers to it as the Anti-IMF. So Ethan, played by Tom Cruise, and his whole group has to go find these people because they're basically responsible for many, many killings, and that's our movie. And there's a lot of action, there's a lot of comedy, there's Tom Cruise being awesome, and that's it. Now, going into this movie, I've seen all 4 Mission Impossible movies. I really like the first one. The second one... Sorry about that. The third one, alright, J.J. Abrams' directorial debut. In my opinion, Philip Seymour Hoffman was a great, great villain. And Ghost Protocol, everybody loves that movie, myself included. So I was curious to see how Christopher McQuarrie was going to do with this movie after the amazingness that Brad Bird did with the last one. And I gotta tell you, Christopher McQuarrie did a great job because this movie was friggin' awesome. I had so much fun with it. I was a big fan of the action sequences. I love the comedy. The characters are always enjoyable to watch, and I like the story in this movie too. You go into these movies expecting action and Tom Cruise being awesome, hanging from a plane, holding your breath underwater for 6 minutes, and awesome car chases that lead into a motorcycle chase. Could it be more ridiculous? That's the great thing about franchises now like Fast and Furious and Mission Impossible. They're both so self-aware of how ridiculous they are, but they're always so entertaining. The action's all well done. Tom Cruise, he's the man. I said this in my Edge of Tomorrow review. He is the man. You go to movies with him and you want to watch him be awesome. I love his performance as Ethan Hunt. I've always liked him as Ethan Hunt. And he just kicks ass. I wonder how old he is. Siri, how old is Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is 53.
53! And he's still kicking ass. Loved him in this movie. Simon Pegg is always great to watch in any movie that he's in. Not only is he a great comedic actor, he's a really good dramatic actor, but he's always been a bright spot to these films. Loved him when he first appeared in Mission Impossible 3. I'm glad they gave him more in Ghost Protocol, but here he has so much more to do. He's just so entertaining to watch on screen. He always makes a movie more enjoyable than it already is. Also, loved Rebecca Ferguson. I had no idea who she was before this movie. I've heard her name before, but I never knew who she was. She's a star, and I can't wait to see what else she does. Not only is she really good looking, she really kicked ass in this movie. Like, she was... You don't want to mess with her. Just because she's really hot, you don't want to mess with her. Jeremy Renner, I loved him as in Ghost Protocol, and I really like him here. He always has good comedic timing, just like he does as Hawkeye. It's great to see Ving Rhames back as Luthor. He was probably my favorite thing about MI2. And I'm excited that he came back for this movie. And Alec Baldwin did a really good job as head of the CIA. Like, he was really good. And I like that he played a bit of his character from The Departed. So that was exciting. The action, like I said, is all well done. Christopher McQuarrie did a great job. I wasn't exactly a diehard fan of Jack Reacher. I liked it, but I didn't love it. The action here is far superior to the action in Jack Reacher. Script, fantastic. Direction, really good. The villain, too. I really liked the villain. I didn't love the villain. To me, Philip Seymour Hoffman is still the best villain in this franchise. But the guy who played the villain did a really good job, and you understood where he was coming from, and that was something that I really admired about that character. The way the film is shot is so good. I saw the movie in IMAX. Wow. If you guys have an IMAX theater near you, please go and see it in IMAX. If there's no IMAX theater near you, go out of your way to see this in IMAX. I only have one flaw with the movie, and that is the pacing. The pacing from time to time is sloppy, but it's not like a slow-paced film. It's pretty fastly paced, but at times the fast pace just stops and goes slow, and then back to fast, then slow, and then back to fast. The movie ends perfectly. The movie begins perfectly. I was engaged from beginning to end, and that's what I want whenever I go see a movie like Mission Impossible
Rogue Nation.
I love saying it like that.
Rogue Nation.
But like I just said, this movie is so much fun. I had a great time with it. Like I said, the only problem I had with the movie was the pacing. Maybe you won't have a problem with it. That's it. This movie was great. It was one of the best films of the summer. It's one of my favorite films of the year. I don't want you guys to think I keep liking everything, because the last movie I saw was Pixels, and that was crap. And this movie was great. I'm sorry that I keep liking a lot of stuff. I just go to the movies and want to have a good time. And this movie, I had a good time with it. So I'm going to give Mission Impossible
Rogue Nation.
an A. So guys, tell me down below what you thought of
Rogue Nation.
Do you think it's the best film in the franchise? Do you think it isn't? Do you think it's better than Ghost Protocol? What's your favorite Mission Impossible film? And what's your favorite Tom Cruise film? As I'm recording this right now, I still don't know if I like this more than Ghost Protocol. Because honestly, as I'm editing it, I could say, oh, I might like Ghost Protocol more than
Rogue Nation.
Or I could like
Rogue Nation.
more than Ghost Protocol. I have no clue, and that's the awesome thing about it. But guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you guys soon.